Hey, my name is Elijah, and I'm a 25-year-old college kid. Around my campus, and especially in the tech class I take, I've been hearing about something called the dark web. I got super into it for a bit and learned a lot about it, but eventually lost interest. Anyways, fast forward a month, and this is where the story begins. So I was browsing the internet, and I was on some random old website, and there was a link. The title of the link was "Ignore This." Whenever I looked at it, it didn't end in a .com or a .org. It ended in something called a .onion. Back when I was into the deep web and dark web, I read up about it, and I found out that .onion is what most of the sites on the dark web has. I of course got super curious and accidentally clicked it. It sent me to a random group chat in some random chat room, and it looked like it was from the 1990s. I thought it was a dead website. Then, randomly, something popped up asking me to make a username and password, and then it asked me for a code. I had no idea what the code was, so I was about to X out when I see a box. It says, "Didn't I say not to click?" I was horrified for some reason. I know, it doesn't sound really scary, but to me at the time, it was horrifying. The next day, I got an email reading the following: "When I tell you not to click something, don't click it." And then, the next day, I was getting out of bed, and there was a knock at my door. After yelling at my dogs to shut up, I opened the door. There was a box outside the hall of my dorm. It was someone I knew, named Fred. At least, it had his full name on the box. It was a medium-sized box with no return address. When I opened it, there was a lot of packing foam. Then, I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I dropped the box. It was a human hand. I was terrified. Too scared to tell anyone except for a few friends. They didn't take it seriously. A lot more suspicious activities then started happening around me in my college campus. 1. There had been chocolate placed all around the backyard of my dorms, that is where I take my dogs out to do their business. And he ate a piece of the chocolate, which also had rat poison in it, and almost died. Also, a lot of my friends got pissed at me and kept saying I was sending them, quote, inappropriate messages on Facebook. And I hadn't logged into Facebook in like a week because my phone broke when a drunk guy at a frat party sat on it. I also got a note in my mailbox, and my roommate opened it, and it was a threat telling me to put my PC by the back of the college library. I have no idea what the point of all this was, or if it was a prank, or if that website had something to do with it. I'll keep everyone updated if I find out more stuff. Update. So the police had been notified after I was sent a threatening email demanding $30,000 for not doing what I was told to. They said they were gonna do all these terrifying things to me. I'm horrified right now. I'll update everybody on Monday. Monday. Okay, so we now know one thing. Whoever is doing this is from the same school I go to, but might be working for a bigger company worldwide from the dark side of the internet or something. We think they scare people into handing over expensive properties, then just straight up threaten them if they don't do it. The police said I should stay in a hotel for now, and they will have more information by the end of the week, so I'll update then. Saturday. I just heard back from the cop I was talking to earlier. She said that they put an IP tracker on the link, and it was sent somewhere in New Jersey. But then, they tried again, and it was sent to the city my college was in. They tested it a few more times, and it went from my city to New Jersey over and over again. They even hired some big shot hacker to check. They said the IP was in my city. They're now keeping an eye on suspicious searches from around the campus. I also got a note in the mail saying that if I drop the investigation, I, 1, won't make any of the quote higher-ups angry, and I'll be let go from their little operation. I was a little worried by what they meant by higher-ups. I told one of the detectives about it, and they told me not to worry and to go take a vacation. I currently can't afford to right now. I work graveyard shifts at Burger King, and my scummy drug-dealing dorm mate just got expelled from the school, so he can't help me. I seriously have no idea what to do, so all I can do now is wait. Update. 2 weeks later. Okay, so I was aided by someone on WhatsApp named please open 63465, and they sent me a message of my Burger King I work at. I didn't reply, but I told one of my bosses what was happening, and he let me take off for a whole week, and then I get paid for it too. Anyways, later that night, that account sent me a picture of a man in a ski mask holding a weapon, and sent a message saying, "Why didn't you come to work today?" And my boss also told me they got 8 threatening phone calls after she wouldn't tell Swan if I was working that night, and over the phone, they admitted they did have a gun. I'm super horrified and just recently moved out of my dorms. I live in a really shitty 50-unit apartment on a terrible side of town. I deleted all my social media and only got Facebook back. I'm using a fake name and a new email. I now work at a 7-Eleven down the street from my apartment. I don't know if I will log in to update this, but if I do, there'll be big news. The police told me they have a suspect, and I'm really excited to move back into my dorms. I hate this new apartment. It smells like cigarettes, piss, and booze. Don't get me started with the neighbors. I had to drag this passed out drunk guy back to his room 2 times already, and I've only been here for a week. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I'll see you in the next post. 10 months later. Damn, I'm sorry. I've been really busy lately and forgot to update this, but we got everything worked out. The police found out who the hacker was. There was 3 of them. One was a 20-year-old who lived in a super rich part of town, who was the one sending me the messages. There was another one that lived kinda by my old apartment. I'm back in my old dorm, by the way, with a new, much better roommate than my last. And the last guy was some random nobody from way out in the county of my city. They were all taken in for threatening me and other people who fell for their trap over the internet. But I think one also was found with a bunch of drugs and got like 2 years. The other 2 just got 7 months. I hope they have to stay off the internet when they are released or something like that, because my anxiety is through the roof. Anyways, thanks for reading my story. This happened to me senior year of high school. All my friends were talking about something called the deep web. They were really interested because one of them bought some drugs off a website on it. Now, I heard of it a bit, but only in those horrifying YouTube stories where usually the person reading says, "Don't get on the deep web." But I gotta admit, I was interested as hell. So, one of my mates, we'll call John, told me that he would have us all over to his apartment and he'd show us how to use it and just go through some sites and whatnot. I was really excited, not really to buy anything, but rather morbid curiosity. Before I went to my friend John's house that night, I did a little more research, seeing what all was on it. I was amazed. Alien and monster sightings, government secrets, guns, and even hitman services. I was most interested in looking into the alien and monster sightings. As I was getting into my car, my friend who was also going gave me a ring. He told me not to go tonight, and that he was terrified. I kept asking him what happened, and all he says is, "I saw some messed up shit, Ryan. Do not fall for the rabbit hole." And then he hangs up. That's weird, because he was the one who ordered the stuff from it, and he was all excited about it whenever we were in school. I'm a little more hesitant now, as I'm driving through the city I live in. I'm just trying to think of what Ryan meant by rabbit hole. I get there to John's apartment, and get into the elevator and press the button to go to floor 9. As the old elevator is slowly going up, I text Ryan. "I'm so sorry. They're gonna come for me. I thought they were lying. It's too late. Forgive me." I ignore it. He must be trying to scare me, or is being a wuss and doesn't want me to go on it. At least I thought. I get to John's apartment, and he already is installing something to his laptop. "What the hell are you doing?" I say. John looks back and replies, "I'm installing this thing someone told me I should. It should keep us safe. Also, there's beer in the mini fridge." As I go to the mini fridge, I hear my phone ding. Ryan is typing. I then put my phone on mute, so now Ryan can't bother me anymore. We start searching through the dark web. We go on lots of sites selling body parts, weapons, drugs, and we just check it all out. We knew most of it was fake or a scam. That was until it happened. A link popped up right in the middle of the screen, and For some reason, we just clicked it. And I'll be honest, I was a little worried at first. When we clicked it, it took 2 whole minutes to load up. And it was me and John. And there was a price tag under the picture of us. I bought myself off the dark web. It took me months of working at a shitty Burger King, 15-hour shifts. It was work, sleep, get up, work again. And it went on for months. I got super paranoid that someone would buy me. Once I had $23,000, the website said I needed. I called John and quit my job at Burger King on the spot. Whenever I called him, he said he went to the link again, and in big red letters, it said, sold. I started doing it on a whim. My brother has an unhealthy obsession with online vloggers. I can barely go one day without him linking me to a video of someone taking part in some sort of challenge, or performing some sort of social experiment. So, when the whole deep web mystery box trend started, I was one of the first to know. My brother must have sent me dozens of videos of annoying preteens opening up boxes filled with junk that they tried to pass off as creepy or sinister. When my brother asked me for my opinion, I told him that it combined all the boredom of unboxing videos with all the stupidity of the Tide Pod challenge. I added that most of them were probably making the boxes up themselves. Even I could do it. That's when the wheels started turning. A quick search confirmed that this was a growing trend, with hundreds of people claiming that they've opened up boxes containing something from drugs to murder weapons to mysterious flash drives. Some vloggers even claimed that they had spent thousands of dollars on a single mystery box. Those were obviously fake, but what about the rest? Were there really people out there that would spend at least $100 on a chance to go viral? I bet that they would, and unfortunately, I was right. Putting the boxes together was easier than expected. I had some cardboard boxes stuffed into my closet that turned out to be the perfect size for the job. Some rusty screwdrivers proved perfect as my murder weapons. My desk drawer offered a surprising number of old flash drives I had. I began to put weird and creepy images on it. Then I began filling up every mystery box with as many creepy videos and creepy objects I could find. Finally, some expired sinus tablets provided me with some mysterious deep web drugs once I'd peel the labels off. Getting the website set up on the deep web was a little harder, but you can find an online tutorial for anything these days. By the time I was ready for bed, I was the proud owner of Emporium of Mysteries. For $50 worth of Bitcoin, anyone could be the proud owner of a mystery box. Sure, the site looked like it had come straight out the 90s, but it was good enough. I was in business. The next morning, I went looking for customers. Fortunately, my brother's message made me even more familiar with the online vlogging community. I messaged a few of the smaller channels with some burner accounts. I made and left a few comments on their latest videos too. You should do a deep web unboxing video. You know what would be really cool? Unboxing something from the deep web. I bet you get millions of views. I heard about this new place on the deep web called Emporium of Mysteries. They sell mystery boxes there. You should check them out. Then, all I had to do was sit back and wait. By the end of the day, I had 6 purchases. Not much all put together, but enough to help put food on the table. By the end of that afternoon, I had the boxes ready to ship. I wasn't looking to scam people after all. They got to make stupid videos, and I got to eat. Everybody was happy. I sold a few more over the next few weeks, but eventually interest died down. Life went on. My brother sent me more stupid videos, and I gradually forgot about my time as a deep web merchant. Until last Friday. When I got home from work, there was a package waiting for me outside my apartment door. When I picked it up and examined it, I realized it was one of my mystery boxes. It looked like it had an unhappy customer, but it wasn't like they were going to get their money back. I took it inside and opened it up. It was empty, save for a flash drive that I didn't recognize. I was curious what was on it, but I wasn't about to let some weird hacker infect my computer, so I dug out an old laptop that I hardly use anymore and plugged it in. It was full of pictures of my hometown, my apartment, and of me. Whoever sent me this had been following me around and had been inside my house. Staring at those pictures, I started to realize how out of depth I was. You see, not everything you can find on the deep web is fake. There's some people out there who sell real mystery boxes, and they're tired of scammers like me taking away their profits. Thankfully, they're very generous people and wanted to give me a second chance, so I'm pleased to announce that Emporium of Mysteries is under new management. Now, for the same low price, you will receive a genuinely cool mystery box. It will include a special tool from my new partner's personal collection, along with a video instructing you on how to use it, co-starring myself. The body part or organ extracted during the video will also be included with a special memento. Supplies are limited, so search us out on the deep web as soon as possible. We look forward to your business.